YouTube viewers out there. It is Sebastian of Sebastian's Movie Game Time. And on episode 63, I'm going to be reviewing and talking about movies called Sebastian's Great Movies, Part 1. Um, so let's get things started, shall we? First, we we have a movie that came out in 1999 called Chill Factor. It's about a chemical weapon. It's about a biological scientist who has created a chemical weapon that will wipe out the entire world. And it's only up to two guys from preventing a world disaster. Chill Factor. Chill Factor. When this movie came out in 1999, it wasn't it wasn't consumed it it wasn't it wasn't consumed as, not a box office movie hit. It was like a major flop when it first came out. But there were a lot of movies that came out in the 90s that were major flops and it didn't work. Well, I happen to like some of those films, the ones that the ones that got flopped, but I still enjoy those movies anyways. Anyways, Chill Factor. It stars Cuba Gooding Jr. and Skeet Ulrich. Chill Factor. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have The Tourist. It's about an American man who's on vacation meets a beautiful woman who she's secretly an informant working undercover for the Interpol agency to lure out a criminal mastermind. The Tourist. This is a great, beautiful thriller of a movie. It's the scenery shot entire Rome and Italy. Very beautiful shot. Oh, it's just glorious. The Tourist stars Johnny Depp, Angelina Jolie, Paul Bettany, Timothy Dalton, and my favorite character actor named Rufus Sewell, who I also call by another name, the Dark City guy. He's featured in the film. The Tourist. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called The American. It's about a long-time assassin who's been sent to a small town village in Italy, where he later finds out that he is the latest new target hit for some mysterious person to take him out. Oh, The American. This is my favorite George. I like this movie. This is my favorite George Clooney performance or George Clooney movie role. That The American, that this movie, The American, and Out of Sight are the two great George Clooney movie roles I really like. There's a third, there's a third movie role that I like a George Clooney in. But we'll get around to talk about the third George Clooney role that I like of his. But in the meantime, these are the two movies I like George Clooney's role. Is The American. Is The American his role in Out of Sight with Jennifer Lopez. And another role I forgot to mention, and my third performance by George Clooney. It's a film called The Good German. But But anyways, the American, it's a third role favorite. I like from George Clooney. The American, I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called The Debt. It's about a woman named Rachel who who in the past where she let her guard down after she and 2 other fellow agents captured a Nazi war criminal and who escaped. And years later, Rachel, who's an older woman, she she suspects that the Nazi war criminal that escaped from her years ago, it's still alive, and she tracks him down. The Debt. This is a great edge of your seat movie. Stars Helen Mirren, Sam Warrington, Tom Wilkinson, and Jessica Chastain. The Debt. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. Sex Drive is about a high school senior who goes on a road trip to meet up with a woman that is being chatting about, or that he thinks he's in love with. Um, there's a scene. There's a scene in this movie, Sex Drive. I laughed so hard. Well, actually, there were 2 scenes in the movie. I laughed so hard, and I just couldn't believe because it was so funny that you can't help but laugh. But yeah, Sex Drive. It's really a funny comedy movie. I really enjoy it. It stars Josh Zuckerman, Amanda Crew, James Marsden, and Seth Green. Sex Drive. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called The Iced Harvest. It's about a lawyer and his friend who stole from their boss a bag full of money as they plan to leave town with it. The Iced Harvest. This is a Christmas comedy. This is a black comedy Christmas movie. It stars John Cusack, Billy Bob Thornton, Connie Nielsen, Oliver Platt, and Randy Quaid. The Iced Harvest is directed by Harold Ramis. The Iced Harvest, I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Black Sunday. It's about an Israel commando who must stop and find 2 terrorists who are planning to hoping to bomb a stadium Super Bowl arena football game. Black Sunday stars Robert Shaw and Bruce Dern, and it's directed by John Frankenhammer. Black Sunday, and also Black Sunday, it it is the last movie role for Robert Shaw before he passed. So Black Sunday is considered Robert Shaw's last movie role before he passed, and so it's kind of like his last final feature film. Black Sunday, I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Allied. It's about an intelligence officer who meets a mysterious woman behind enemy lines during World War II. As he finds out that after marrying her, he finds out he finds out from his other officers that she might be a Nazi spy. Allied. This is a this is a beautiful, suspenseful movie. I really enjoy this movie. When I saw this movie at the movie theater, Allied, I had no idea what movie I was watching, but I really enjoyed it. It was completely like one of those old school suspense movies, you know, during about the World War II era and the Cold War. It's really beautiful movie, but it's very suspenseful. Allied stars Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard and is directed by Robert Zemeckis. Allied, I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have the Italian Job, not the remake. There's a remake version of the same film called The Italian Job with Mark Wahlberg and Charlize Theron, Edward Norton. But I'm not talking about the remake Italian Job. I'm talking about the original, the ultimate original Italian Job. It's about a car thief who gathers up a team as he must steal dozens of cars from a crime syndicate. The Italian Job, the original. This is the original Italian Job. It's a classic, great car chase sequence starring Michael Caine. The Italian Job, the original. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Out of Sight. It's about a dim-witted thief who meets a beautiful U.S. Marshal woman after he escaped. As their path crosses with each other again. Out of Sight. Nothing I can say about this movie, Out of Sight. But what I can tell you about this Out of Sight movie is tremendous. It's brilliant. It's really great fun of a movie, crime caper movie. And and the chemistry between George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez, their two chemistry together, just marvelous, like sparkles of fireworks. Their chemistry together, they're just so great. Directed by masterful good director Steven Soderbergh. Out of Sight. It stars George Clooney, Jennifer Lopez, Don Cheadle, Ving Rhames, Steve Zahn, Luis Guzman, Catherine Keener, Dennis Farna, Michael Keaton, and Albert Brooke. Out of Sight. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a Japanese horror or J horror movie called One Miss Call 2. It's about a restaurant cook and 2 women must find a way to stop an evil curse that spreads through people's phones after they receive a call message about their deaths afterwards. One Miss Call 2. I really enjoy One Miss Call 2. I really do. Um, it's really good. It stars Ree Mamura. One Miss Call 2. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have the original classic Murder on the Orient Express, based on a novel book by Agatha Christie. It's about a famous detective named Hercule Poirot, who's on board on the Orient Express train as he must solve a murder of one of his train passengers that was committed. As he starts to suspect and question every passengers on board the Orient Express train. Murder on the Orient Express. This is a terrific murder mystery movie. Stars Albert Finney, Lauren Bacall, Ingrid Bergman, who won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for the film. Jacqueline Bisset, Sean Connery, Anthony Perkins, Martin Balsam, um, Sarah Jung Yogun, Vanessa Redgrave, and Michael York. Murder on the Orient Express. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have the Good German about that is set in the post World War II era. It's about an American journalist who gets drawn into as he gets drawn into as he investigates the murder of his driver and his driver's lover, who was the American journalist former girlfriend from the past. The Good German, like I said early on in this episode, the American was George Clooney, his second film, Out of Sight, and this movie, which I call another good role for George Clooney, called The Good German. The Good German, it's completely a love letter homage to those classical movies, like forbidden movies, from the 40s. Oh, for example, but The Good German, it's a homage to this movie from the 40s. It's called Casablanca. That starred Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. Casablanca, it's almost set in that post World War II era. Well, The Good German's kind of set almost like a homage to that Casablanca movie, if you didn't know that. But The Good German's really great suspense movie. It stars George Clooney, Kate Blanchett, and Tobey Maguire. And The Good German is directed by Steven Soderbergh. I give The Good German 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Death Trap. It's about a famous playwright named Sidney Brule, who whose latest new play doesn't it's not a hit but a flop, as he and his student are his student. They plan to come up with a new movie script for a new movie Broadway hit. Death Trap. This is one of those fun one location movies. Really great. Death Trap is directed by Sidney Lumet. It stars Michael Caine, Christopher Reeve, Diane Cannon, Irene Ward, and Henry Jones. And Death Trap, it's a quotable movie. I know some of the quote words. I know some of the quote words that are said in the movie because I've seen it a bunch of times. So it is kind of a quotable movie. Death Trap, I give it 3 out of 3 stars. Oh, we have my favorite classic James Bond movie. It's called From Russia with Love. It's about British agent 007 as he meets a woman. At the same time, he goes after a Russian decoder that the British are after it too. From Russia with Love. Like I said, this is my favorite classic James Bond movie of all time. I know a lot of people would disagree because a lot of people would say Goldfinger it's their favorite all time James Bond movie. Look, I've seen Goldfinger, and I, Goldfinger it's pretty okay, but I like From Russia with Love way more better than Goldfinger. I know that comes to a shock to all of you, but I like From Russia with Love way more better than Goldfinger. I know a lot of people like Goldfinger, and if they like Goldfinger, you know what? I am not taking that away. People have different taste of different movies or what they like. I like From Russia with Love. That's just me. From Russia with Love. It stars Sean Connery and Robert Shaw. And Robert Shaw, he plays like a deadly assassin, and his character has like a wristwatch, and inside the wristwatch, he has like a little like a wire that comes out that he can strangle somebody when he gets behind him. And and also and also Robert Shaw, you will see him years later in this classic Steven Spielberg film called Jaws, where Robert Shaw plays the shark hunter Quint, who's after the Great White with Marcus Brody and Matt Hooper in Jaws movie. That's Robert Shaw. He's the shark hunter in that one. Well, he's the villain in For Russia Was Love, if you didn't know that. So, oh, and also too, I forgot to say this. From Russia Was Love, a long time ago, there was a video game for PlayStation 2. If you remember PlayStation, if you elderly, if you're people from a different, you know, if you remember this video game and you remember PlayStation 2, there was a video game and it was based upon the movie. And this video game for PlayStation 2, it's called From Russia's Love. It's a video game for PlayStation 2 from Russia's Love. And as you're playing the From Russia with Love video game for PlayStation 2 video game, you get to play James Bond, but also Sean Connery does the voice of the James Bond character once you play it. If you play From Russia with Love for PlayStation 2, the video game of it, you will hear Sean Connery's voice speaking in the game as James Bond character that he played like when he did the movie from the 60s. It's a very great video game. From Russia's Love, it's a great video game. It's kind of like takes you inside the events of the From Russia's Love movie. It's really fun game. If you never played it, watch a video or like a walkthrough video of the game of From Russia's Love. It literally takes you inside all the locations from that that you see in the movie. You can see the locations that they brought the locations from the video game. It was a really great game. And like I said, you play the James Bond character in the video game, and Sean Connery does the voice of the James Bond character. So Sean Connery doing the voice of a video game of his character that he played from the movie. I mean, that's what I call great fun. From Russia Was Love, I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a classic action adventure World War II movie called Where Eagles Dare. It's about a small group of agents who have been sent to a castle where the Nazi German soldiers are holding an American actor prisoner. Where Eagles Dare. This is a great Clint Eastwood kind of World War II movie. It stars Richard Burton and Clint Eastwood. Were Eagles Dare? I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie called Desperate Measures. It's about a police officer named Frank who asks his help from a criminal named Peter who who is to give his bone marrow to become a bone marrow donor for the detective's dying son. Desperate Measures. I like this movie. I know a lot of people who've seen this movie. They can say that they say it was okay, but I really like this movie ever since I've seen it before. Um, Desperate Measures. It stars Andy Garcia, Michael Keaton, Brian Coss and Marcia Gay Harden. Disparate Measures. I give it 3 out of 3 stars. We have a movie. We have a movie called Tomorrowland. It's about a teenage girl who gets a mysterious pin button that every time she touches it, she's transported into a futuristic world of Tomorrowland. Um, Look, when this movie came out, Tomorrowland, I think 2015, a lot of people didn't like this movie. It didn't get really well. It didn't get well received. I don't know why. And I even heard that a lot of people didn't like the story. It could have been much better. But you know what? I saw this movie Tomorrowland, and I was like, you know what? There's nothing bad about this movie. I don't know why this movie didn't do so good when it first came out, or a lot of people were talking not good stuff about it. I saw myself, and there's nothing bad about this movie. I really had fun with it. I really enjoyed it. You know, I really had fun with the movie. I don't know why a lot of people didn't like the movie, but I don't know. Maybe it's just who they are. They see a movie and like, yeah, this movie wasn't meant for me. So, uh, whatever. But it's their loss. But I liked the movie Tomorrowland. I thought it was really a great movie. I had, I had, I thought it was fun and it was a great story. I thought, but that's just me. And I don't care. I don't believe what I hear people say about a film. I really enjoyed it, Tomorrowland. It stars George Clooney, Britt Robertson, and Hugh Laurie. Tomorrowland, I give it 3 out of 3 stars. And finally, we have the last movie called Mars Attacks. It's about a group of people of the United States. It's a group of people of citizens who must find a way to stop and defeat the evil green Martians with big brains that has come and invaded the United States and to wreak havoc and destroy. Oh, Mars Attacks. Oh, I remember seeing this movie Mars Attacks when I was about 6 years old when I saw Mars Attacks. I really quite enjoyed the movie at that kid age when I saw it. I thought it was really fun. Um, it's directed by Tim Burton, Mars Attacks, and it stars Jack Nicholson, who plays two character roles in the film. One as a president character, and the other character is a Las Vegas hotshot kind of entrepreneur businessman. Mars Attacks also co-stars Glenn Close, Annette Bening, Pierce Brosnan, Danny DeVito, Sarah Jessica Parker, Michael J. Fox, Martin Short, Lucas Haas, Ward Stagger, Natalie Portman, Pam Grier, Joe Baker, Jim Brown, Tom Jones, the senior, Sylvia Sidney, Christina Applegate, Lisa Marie, who else? Oh, and Arlen Jones and Jack Black. It's in Mars Attacks as well. Well, like I said, I had fun with Mars Attacks. I really like it still to this day. I still enjoy it. I don't care what people say about it. You like Mars Attacks? Oh, absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I enjoy Mars Attacks. Even now, to this day, I still enjoy it, and I still have fun with it. Mars Attacks, I give it 3 out of 3 stars. Okay, everybody, That would do it for episode 63 of Sebastian's Movie Game Time. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and you get new contents, episodes. Thank you for watching. And I'll see all of you at the movies. Or at the movies. Here we go.